I think getting integration into the TMC healthcare system is really, really potentially powerful. If you have a potentially disruptive technology that you need to get in the hand of top clinicians and you want assistance to bring the rest of your game up to par, this is a wonderful place to do it. So thank you. My name is Craig Davis, and I'm the CEO of Novascan. I'm thrilled to be here. We have an oncology diagnostics platform that we think can transform the detection of cancer. Today, cancer is typically detected through pathology. It's qualitative. It requires a lot of skill. It's a trained specialty. It can be expensive. It's not done intraoperatively, and it destroys the tissue. We propose a new platform that can be used adjunctively. It's quantitative. And when cancer advances, the number increases and increases and increases. It can be done instantaneously, so it intraoperatively is very, very easy. It doesn't cost much to do. That's mostly software. That is simple for the physician to learn and does not destroy the tissue. Novascan was founded by Dr. Bill Gregory. He's an MIT physicist who spent the last 20+ years of his career studying the electrical properties of cells. And 4 years ago, almost by accident, he noticed something really, really unique. He noticed that the relaxation frequency, or how quickly a cell releases a charge, varies hugely between normal and cancerous tissue. I'll point to the graph over there, but one thing I'll point out, that is a log scale on the horizontal axis. If that was a linear scale, benign tissue would be here, and cancerous would be somewhere across the street over there. It's just a really, really fundamental difference. And we have proprietary technology, hardware, and software that makes it easy for us to detect it. Because they're so far apart, it's really, really accurate. And we're the only ones that can do it. This is a platform technology, and we've done studies in a number of different areas, in mammography, in vivo and ex vivo. They all share three common things. First of all, the data here is really, really good. Sensitivity and specificity are both north of 98%, and in many cases, it's essentially perfect. Secondly, because this is almost all software, we have cost advantages over alternatives in almost every application we do. Third, and I reiterate this, this is something that can be done instantaneously. So you get a real-time feedback during a procedure. It can change the course of events. It does not interrupt the physician workflow. Let me expound a little bit on that. And this is some of our data in breast margin. And we're comparing in 2 IRB-approved clinical trials, the data from Novascan and the data from a product called Margin Pro by a company called Dune that's on the market today. Our sensitivity is clearly better. Our specificity is clearly better, but there's a catch here. This trial for Novascan was done before we completed all the software that the NSF wanted us and paid us to write. After we apply that, our specificity becomes almost perfect too. But the difference in the cost of goods is dramatic. And the difference for our lead indication for skin cancer is even more dramatic. This is a platform. We'll do lots of different things with it, but we're starting with skin cancer. It's the easiest and most straightforward thing for us to do. And we're starting with the MOHS procedures for skin cancer that are common and expensive. Each time a MOHS procedure takes place, there's an excision that takes place, and then there's a frozen section pathology process. It takes up to an hour, and they find out where they have cancer-free margin and where they don't. And where they don't have cancer-free margin, they go back and take more and do another frozen section assessment and do it again and again and again until they have cancer-free margin everywhere. It works really, really well. But each time they do this frozen section assessment, it takes 40 minutes or more, and the patient stays in the chair the entire time. We propose something that's a fairly, frankly, transformational innovation there. We take that frozen section pathology process that takes 40 minutes or more and happens multiple times during a procedure with an assessment of the cold frequency. It can be done in seconds. It can be done right next to the patient. It can be done by the surgeon themselves. And we can take those hours and hours long processes and shrink it down to a very, very fast and rapid procedure. Patients win because they get home faster. Surgeons win because they can do many, many more patients. The healthcare system wins because it reduces costs. We propose a software as a service model, and it's a 510(k) regulatory path. Skin cancer is more common than all the other cancers in the world put together. And MOHS is about a quarter of that market in the United States. MOHS is limited. It has the best results, the best outcomes, but it's limited to a quarter of that because it's expensive and because you need specialized physicians that have both pathological and surgical skill to do it. we uncouple that. We eliminate the need for pathological scope. We don't see any reason why this won't become the dominant treatment of skin cancer. That's $1 billion market for us globally, but that is just skin. There are lots of other applications. When it works in vivo, you can get real-time feedback for lots of other ways in cancer detection where we think this can be used adjunctively. This can be put on the tip of a tool of a surgical instrument and get real-time feedback during an operation. The opportunities are almost limitless. Leadership team is accomplished here collectively. Over the course of our careers, we've raised about $500 million in investor capital. We have 4 successful exits, and we've taken 15 products from concept through full regulatory clearance. The capital requirements here are fairly modest. For us to get the clearance for our MOHS device, it's roughly $6 million. We see that in 2 tranches. The first one is almost done. We'll do another tranche after we publish our MOHS data in the spring. All the technology has been developed here. The technical risk is all taken out. Essentially, now it's all execution. We have to do a pivotal trial. We see roughly 2 years on a conservative basis to get the clearance for our MOHS device, but that is just skin. We're having concurrent discussions, and they're advancing with a number of different companies, and numbers are going back and forth for taking this technology and using it in different applications, in biopsy, in breast, in colonoscopy. That's all occurring. That will happen in concert with this. So in summary, we think we have a great technology that can be highly disruptive. The data here is the story. The data here is phenomenal. The products, we think we have some cost advantages, and we think they're easy for the physician to use, and it's a platform technology, and our capital requirements here are very, very modest. We're in the back. If there's any questions after this, thank you very much.